Hey guys, decided to give you guys an update about what's going on in my life. I decided to take a leap of faith. Now here I'm in Los Angeles. I decided to play a little bit or experiment with acting. Well, I'm not really much a moviegoer. I always thought, acting was pretty fun. Especially when I used to play Dungeons and Dragons. I was the game master. I had to play many personas, and I thought it was really fun. I know I like being in character. I like being in my own world. I know I have a stage event tomorrow on one of those court shows. I think it's called Judge Milliam. I may have butchered that name, but I'm really excited about it. I'm also really anxious because this is my first time doing it. It's supposed to be improv, but luckily they gave me a script to kind of like give me an idea of what direction I should go. I feel like I found my calling, at least for now, until something else comes up. And so this scene that I'm doing for this judge trial, or this court trial, I'm the one that's being sued for $600 for losing a key fob. Apparently I'm a swinger and a charmer. I flirt a lot. And right now, I feel pretty calm about it right now, but I've also been practicing meditation. Meditation has been rewiring my brain to be right and stay focused on what I need. And again, this is not like I don't have to follow it script by script. That's why I'm going to try to memorize or at least develop imagery in my head. And it's kind of crazy that I came a long ways since I left June 11th. $20 full tank of gas, no plan, and with my trusty canine, Sugar. That was a really rough journey, but I'm glad I did it. It just shows to me that, life was always there for me. One of the biggest takeaways from this journey was that you can't do it by yourself. Heck, even this stage opportunity, being as a defendant, that's a stepping stone for other auditions or opportunities. And I just want people to know that no matter what life throws at you, just keep on going. Follow the flow. Life is going to bring you exactly where you need to be at, not where you want to be. And little by little, I'm still working on the way how I speak and talk to others. And I do feel like my voice has improved drastically, but it's still not at the point where I want it to be. And if you guys have been following me and watching my videos, I do a lot of ums, buts, and so's. Of course, you heard that earlier. I did say so once. It's a common filler thing I have to say when I don't know what I'm thinking of next. But But now I've been grounding myself. I'm here out in nature, kind of taking a break from being inside, or at least recharging myself for this, stage events. And so let me recite you my script. Apparently I'm a swinger. I think I said that earlier. And here's the script they'd given me. It wasn't reserved for us. People rotate in and out of the room all evening. Oh, I messed that up. Let me start over. Your Honor, let me start by saying I attend these events because they're meant to be carefree. Adult environments, and everyone understands the vibe. We mingle, we flirt, we have a good time. No one signs a contract, Your Honor. Yes, I picked Cynthia's keys from the bowl. That's how these gatherings work. And yes, we went upstairs together, but it was clear to me that Steve wasn't entirely comfortable. I've been to these events. I can read a room. He hovered, he checked in. I can read a room. He smiled, but he was light. He hovered, he checked in frequently. Cynthia, on the other hand, was enthusiastic. Very enthusiastic, Your Honor. When we got upstairs, I did have the key fob. I offer it back. I think she may have pushed it back into my pocket. It was dark and clothes were flying off. Things escalated quickly. I might have encountered jackets came off, clothes moved around, and frankly, that room was used by multiple people throughout the night. Man, I have this scripted and I cannot say a single word to save my life. But hey, one step at a time, huh? And it wasn't reserved for us. People rotated in and out of the room all evening. If the key slipped from a pocket or was left at nightstand, anyone using that room afterwards could have picked it up. I left because my wife and I had a babysitter at home. We were in a rush. There was no confrontation. When I departed, no demand for payments, no accusation. The next day, however, Cynthia reached out to me directly. That's unusual in this sense. My wife even commented that Cynthia was being overly forward. The tone didn't feel like a simple, "Have you seen my keys?" It was more personal, like, "Hey, have you seen my keys?" You know, like she was like really into me. I added that extra bits because I'm going to try improv off of it. I later learned that Cynthia had told Steve how much she enjoyed her time, and that's when this claim surfaced more aggressively. I believe the lawsuit was about jealousy. Steve may have intellectually agreed to participate, but emotionally, he wasn't ready. When he realized how much his wife enjoyed herself, it became easier to blame me for something tangible, a missing key, than confront his own discomfort. I never knowingly left with the key. I never agreed to safeguard it. And in a room used by multiple adults throughout the night, I cannot reasonably be held solely responsible for its disappearance. This feels less like negligence and more like a wounded pride. He's just jealous because Cynthia had better, you know? But yeah, that was my skits. Hopefully, when I'm done with it, I'm going to ask him if I can get a copy of the video and perhaps upload a short about it. I mean, guys, I'm really excited about my life, and the reason why I started this, like YouTube and vlogging and doing acting, is because I want to show people that anything is possible. I've always had this power to do so, but I just gave up on life for a while. I drank and smoked every day, lived with my grandma, was miserable, laying down, closing my eyes, hoping one day my eyes will never open again. But somehow, again, life knocked on my door. I finally took that initiative of quitting drinking, smoking, saw this beautiful woman, had a spontaneous Kundalini awakening, and then it felt like my life fell apart again, but in a good way. And I just want to tell you guys that this takeaway about this is just take the leap of faith, you know? It is scary and uncertain. It's okay to be scared. You know, that's human emotion. It's natural. Just when in doubt, meditate it out. Thank you guys for being part of my journey. Love you guys. See you in the next one. Bye for now.